Good evening, everybody. This is Tim Bell from Grace Music Academy. We're here to go into the modes. We're going to be teaching how to play the modes in the key of B, B major. So B major is B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. That's B major. So that will start us off with our first mode, which is Ionian mode. Ionian mode is the number one mode. It is the root key, and it always starts with do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, and if you don't know how to play your scales and don't have the proper fingerings, and you don't know how to do the proper fingerings and get that under your hand, go back to Grace Music Academy's how to play piano quick and start studying the scale fingerings. And we teach all of the proper fingerings that you can do those scales properly. But now we're talking about the modes. The modes is the different each scale. There's 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it starts over again. Okay, now what the modes is actually all of the different chord, or not chord, the notes that you can start on in order to produce a different mode. So every time you play the scale, it don't necessarily have to sound basic. So the modes was created to get you out of that beginner mode, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Everybody knows that. That is the Ionian mode. That is the first mode. Okay, so let's go to the second mode, which would be the Dorian mode. It's used mostly in jazz and blues. So the Dorian mode is the second mode. So the Dorian mode will start on the second note. So B would be the first note, C sharp or D flat would be the second note. So if you start on the second note, but you're in the key of B, so you're not in the key of C sharp, because C sharp was a different key. It'd be, see, that'll get you back to do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Nope, that's the Ionian mode in C sharp. We don't want that. What we want is the Dorian mode in B, and it's going to start with C sharp. So it'll start here. It'll be, instead of saying do, you're going to be on do, re. So you're going to start on re. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. And then that takes you out of the natural major scale and put you still playing a major scale, but you're playing a sort of a minor scale. It's a really, the Dorian mode is a type of minor scale. Because it starts on re, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. Okay? So, and when you riffing it, just say if I'm in the key of B, I can start in my Dorian mode and that's how you get away from it sounding basic. You go to the Dorian mode, which is they use in a lot of jazz. Okay, the third mode is going to be another minor scale. It's going to be the Phrygian mode. Phrygian is the third mode. which has 4 flats or whatever, however you want to count it. But the key to memorizing it is you're still in the key of B. You're still in the key of B, but you're not going to stay in B. You're going to stay in the key of B, but you're not going to start on the first note. You're going to start on do, re, mi. You're going to start on mi. So it's going to start on mi. Do, re, mi, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi. Mi, so, mi, sol, la, fa, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi. And that's gonna get you in a different mode. See if I can. Okay, now let's go to the next one. It's gonna be the fourth mode, which is the Lydian mode. So you got the re, mi, fa. So now you're gonna start on the fourth note. The fourth note of B is 2, 3, 4 is E. The fourth note of B is E. 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of starting on do, re, mi, fa, fa, you're gonna start on fa. It's gonna be fa, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, fa. Fa, sol, la, ti, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, fa. See what I'm saying? So when I hit that mode, you're not familiar with that. Sound like I'm playing something totally different. All I'm playing is in B major, starting on the fourth note. That is the Lydian mode. Let's go to the next one, which will be the Mixolydian, which is the fifth note of the scale, which we use a lot in blues and in rock. This is one of the most popular ones. So you're going to start on the fifth note, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to start on F sharp, which F sharp is the people's key. So we're in B and you start on F sharp, you're in the Mixolydian. It sounds like a major scale, but it's not. Oh, let me show you. So you start in F sharp. So it starts on do, re, mi, fa, sol. So you start on sol. Sol, do, re, mi, fa, sol. Sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol. Oh, I love that one. That's a beautiful mode. playing a 2-5-1. In B, it'll be 2. Be 2-5 is F sharp and 1, 2. That's a 2-5-1 pattern in the key of B. 2-5-1. But when I'm soloing, I'll go to that Mixolydian. Beautiful. So let's go to the next one. We'll go to the next one. It's going to be the Aeolian, which is the 6th mode. 6th mode is starts we're in B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a minor because that's the relative minor. That's the relative minor key of B. It's A flat. So if you're in the key of B and you hit A flat minor, that's going to be 1. That'll be the 6. So I'm in B flat. Go to the 6. 2, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. So if you stand in that minor, you're going to go 1. 5. Now you go back to 1. Yeah, that's the minor. Let's sing it in the right key. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. That's going to be la. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. That's your Aeolian. Now you got one left. The Locrian, which would be your diminished. A lot of people don't want to call it the diminished scale, but basically it's representing your diminished chord or your diminished key because you got 7 tonics, and the 7th is always diminished. So if you're in B, that's going to be A sharp diminished. So if you're doing a Locrian mode, you're going to be here. You're going to be in A sharp, or technically it'll be B flat. So you start on, it won't be do, it'll be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So we'll start on T. Ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's why it's not a very beautiful tonic. I mean, a very pretty scale, but it is the scale. Okay, well, there you have it. All 7 chords, all 7 scales that equals the modes in B major. All right, I'll see you next time. Get them under your fingers where you can manipulate them even inside of your chord progressions. All right, have a great night.